The role of Thorne Forrester will now be played by Jeff Traxa.
Okay, then call Summers. Get Ken Kosar in here, then alert distribution. And Shelley, would you get the first-line sales team up here right away?
Okay, it's that big?
I don't know how big it is. Let's not undersell this. This is a Queen Mary. We're going to get a lot of publicity here. Oh, Shell, do me a favor and have Barry call me right after lunch.
You got it.
Hello? No, George, I'd really like to see the whole team. George, I realize they're out in the field, George. Just bring them in here. Right. No, it doesn't have to be today. Wednesday would be fine, George. It's a benefit on the Queen Mary. We're premiering our holiday and cruise lines. That's right. George, thank you so much. Later. Mother.
Thorne. Honey, it's only a fashion show.
Oh, I realize that, Mother, but that's not what I'm hearing from the media.
Yes, we are getting an unusual amount of publicity, aren't we?
All paid for by Sally Spectra, and I say, why not? This is the biggest feather in that oversized cap of hers since she's been in the business. Mother, I just don't understand. Why did you agree to this?
Let's say I was manipulated into it by a little band of angels.
Oh, that doesn't sound like you.
No. Well, Miss Spectra's pretty clever. I have a meeting with her later, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, well, it's a no-win for us. I say pull out. Spectra is the only one who stands to gain from this, and gain from this in a big way.
What are you taking?
It's just a headache thing.
It's a prescription.
Yes.
Let me see that. How long have you been taking these?
I don't know.
How long is that?
Not long, just a couple of months.
For headaches?
Mother, I'm not addicted to them if that's what you're worried about.
This is very strong medication for headaches.
Yeah, well, mine aren't...
Aren't what? Simple headaches?
Mother, I have been under the gun a lot lately. You know that.
Thorne? When was the last time you had a complete physical?
I don't need a physical.
Did you take any of these last night?
Last night?
You were drinking last night.
No. No, of course not. You know I wouldn't do that. Time for lunch. Would you like to join me?
No, I told you I have an appointment.
Don't worry about me. Really. I'm gonna be fine. I've just been a little stressed out over you-know-who.
Look, as outrageous as this whole situation is, I have to say I think you're making a little too much out of it.
You can't be serious. We're talking about the Forrester holiday and cruisewear line. We shouldn't be sharing the spotlight with Sally Spectra, and you, of all people, should agree.
Look, I admit I'm not thrilled by this, but we're in it. We just have to make the best of it. We have no choice. After all, she did get some pretty good reviews for her fall line.
Sally Spectra hasn't changed. Those kind of people never change. I'm late. I've got to go down to the Queen Mary. I have a meeting with her.
I understand that Miss Spectra has put a great deal of her own money into this showing.
Yes, of course. But that's a ploy. What she simply wants from this party is to raise her social standing and her business standing, and that's wrong.
Well, what's wrong is for you and I to condemn her motives before she's been given a fair trial.
I'm not condemning her. I made a promise to myself that I will keep an open mind. I'm going to set aside my personal feelings, and I'm going to pay attention to only the business at hand. I'm determined that I'm going to raise as much money as I can for the Children's Hospital Fund.
Good girl.
Wish me well?
sure everything will turn out just fine.
Here she is, the Queen Mary. She's even more incredible than you could ever imagine, right?
Well, this place is a logistical nightmare.
No. No, I got a lot of ideas to fix that. She's a beautiful ship, right?
Yes, but that's not the point. I mean, there are so many inherent problems in having the event here, not the least of which is staging a fashion show.
No. No, look. We could have the fashion show. We could have it right down here. I mean, look. It's a perfect place. All this equipment and everything. We could put the audience right back there where they could see everything. And we could have a model from Spectra appear from over here and walk down through here. And then one from Forrester come from over there. And then one from Spectra and one from Forrester. Spectra, Forrester. It could be like kind of a floating competition, see? And then the models could go back there and mingle with the crowd.
You can't be serious. Why, it's so amateurish. It's like tea room modeling. Miss Spectra. When we introduce the line of fashion at the House of Forrester, these are spectacularly staged events. We are professionals.
I know. I've heard. I know they're beautiful and elegant, but this is different. This is an innovation. It's never been done before. And Stephanie, I intend to go first cabin all the way on this. First class food, drink, music, entertainment, fireworks.
Fireworks? I knew you'd turn this into a circus. Miss Spectra, please. I have had enormous experience in staging these kind of events.
I know. I know that, Stephanie. This isn't my only idea. I got a million of them. Now, look, I know the final decision is always going to rest with you.
I am not going to allow the House of Forrester to be drawn into some sideshow competition. Spectra versus Forrester? No. I have the image of the House of Forrester to protect. I knew it. I knew you would turn this into a three-ring circus.